Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, welcome back to the people who have subscribed. Welcome to the new people. Today I'm just going to be going over a few things that make life a little better when you're out there trying to get something done at your house or on the job site. There's a few little tools that you need. I always buy the best tools because the best tools, you get the best results. People borrow my tools, they never bring them back, so I have the best and I don't loan them out either. So we're going to go over a few things that you need, and then I'll explain to you how you use them. All right, fair enough? The first thing we're going to use is a tick tracer. Right here, you pick them at Home Depot for, I don't know, 10, 12 bucks, something like that. This one's the battery's going dead, that's why it's beeping in and out, so what are you going to do? This is to detect if you have power going to a box. It's not meant to troubleshoot anything like that, but it's just meant if you stick your hand in the box, you know if something's hot or not. Somebody had contacted me that they had a bunch of plugs in their house. They wanted to switch them out to 3-prong outlets. Well, you can do that, but the beginning of that circuit has to be GFI protected. So the line goes into the GFI, just like you'd see in one of my other videos I have, and then the load goes out and connects to each one of the other plugs. Well, how do I know where it starts, the guy asked. Excuse me. Take all the plugs out, separate the wires, and you take this baby and you put it on each one of your wires in each box. You won't get anything because without the plugs, if everything's all disconnected, they won't connect, they won't interconnect themselves. But you put this to the hot wire, and then it's the only hot wire there. So it's like, okay, this is my line side. Whatever I plug into the other ones and the load side of my GFI will be protected. Therefore, I can put the 3-prong outlets on there and I'm GFI protected and I'm within code, okay? Easy enough. So I'll just show you how it works real quick, just in the plug, okay? Hang on. Okay, it's as simple as this, as I'm kneeling down. The plug, here's my neutral. I'm not getting anything. It's on, there's the green light. Go over here to the smaller one, and it's beeping. You could even leave that, if you wanted to find that circuit, you could even leave that beeping, leave it hanging in there, flip the breakers off and on, boop, until that circuit goes off. So you know what circuit breaker, so you don't have to shut off the whole house. But that's a good way to say maybe you got 2 circuits and you don't know that. Well, go around, you just stick it in there after the fact, after you find it, and then go around, make sure that the other plugs aren't on a different circuit, if you only want to change or shut off one circuit at a time, okay? Alrighty, now the next little doohickey I like using, aside from a plate with tacos and beer on it, I like that doohickey. I use that quite often. Okay, no jokes, I get the jokes, okay, I get it. Not as slim as I once was. But anyways, this is for like commercial application. If you have steel boxes and you have the connector in the bottom or the sides or the top and you want to pull wire. If you're like me, I only work by myself. Once in a while I'll have somebody help, but I can't depend on anybody. The only person you can depend on is yourself. That's what I'm finding out in life. But this little doohickey right here has rollers in it. See that? And you simply screw it to the box. If you have your stranded wires, go in and through there. So if you're pulling them from the other side, you don't want them to get nicked up on the connector on the inside. These things work like a charm. They're nice. And it's more for if you're working by yourself. If you have a partner, he's in there feeding it to you, or you put lubricant on there and it goes in really nice. But shit, I haven't had anybody like that in a while. So, okay, so that's that one. Oh, and if you're wondering, yep, this is my shop. Like I made the little headers out of, made the light fixtures out of 350 Chevy small block headers. Looks pretty cool. You got to get creative here, so I bet you're kind of wondering. I'll show you the rest of the shop after this. But, all right, we're going to move on to a couple of things. Remember, we're also training veterans. We're training veterans in the skilled trades, trying to get them licensed and out there during a work share program. So like and share us as well. that's how you be helping veterans. You don't have to give a nickel. But if you share us, you raise awareness, maybe somebody else might want to give a nickel, and then we can get to training more and more veterans, okay? Let's move on to the next handy dandy item right now, all right? All right, the next item I'm gonna show you, the next item up for bids, is this lovely wall scope camera doohickey. I apologize, I haven't used it in a long time. I don't know if the battery's working or not. Tried charging it, just isn't working right now. But believe me, it's a lot of headache saved. Now, I talk about my best tools, but I don't need the best tools for a camera. I'm not a plumber. I don't need to scope shit out, stuff like that. This is, it's not a camera per se. This is just a screen where you could scope and see what's inside the walls. This is the lens, let's just say, and it has lights, LED lights all around it. So if you poked a hole, let's say in the wall, boop, right in there, you could see what's in the wall and see any wires or what have you. So if you're fishing a wire down the wall, you could see where it is. If you have it like in a light switch and you're looking up the wall and you're looking at your screen here, you can see the wire coming down. You could possibly, hook a wire and hook onto it and pull it down. I have a video on fishing wire, but if you keep missing it or what have you, these things are invaluable. It has where the different brightnesses that you could put on there. If you want it even brighter to see the light, it's really nice. And then a 360 angle, so you can turn it and see what you're looking at. If anything's in your way, these things are really nice. This thing was about, I don't know, I want to say 80 bucks. And it's a nice item to have. I mean, if you're an electrician, it's great to have. You're a homeowner, it's kind of nice too. You just never know. Maybe your wife, drops that ring down the sink or throws it down the toilet, and then you know what that means. 80 bucks is the least of your problems, right? All right, I got one more thing to show you here. Okay, I'm gonna hear it from the electricians again. The crying people, stop your crying. I'm just talking to the beginners here. Man, you'd be amazed at all the haters I get that I'm giving out all the secrets. Shut up. Oh, electricians are the worst. Wiring simplified. I'm not saying it's the Bible, it's the end all, but it does have a lot of topics and diagrams of just about any question you would ask for basic wiring. So you could ask me, or you could ask a book. If you ask me, you can go on and ask questions, leave comments down below. I'll answer them best I can. I can't get to them all the time. You'd be amazed at how many I get. In a month, I probably get hundreds of them. I also have on my website, starvenelectrician.com, you can do live calls with me. Live calls, you can do Zoom calls, 15 minutes, anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour.